Helldivers 2 Escalation of Freedom update adds new enemies, Super Helldive difficulty. Celebrating the 6-month anniversary of Helldivers 2, Escalation of Freedom looks to be a pretty chunky content update, with a lot going for it. With that in mind, we've collated all the known information about what's being added to Helldivers 2 and what players can expect from the new update soon. Escalation of Freedom's first major addition is CR10, Super Helldive. The Combat Rating 10 difficulty mode increases the intensity of battles with more enemies, higher damage input and output, and better rewards. There will be larger outposts for Helldivers to tackle, and they will be more challenging than ever. Next up are new enemies. The update will add a fan favorite from the first Helldivers with the introduction of the Impaler. This tentacled monster makes the jump from an isometric perspective to full 3D, but that's not the only new monster. The new Spore Chargers, Terminid Alpha Commander, and the Automaton's rocket tank will also pose a significant challenge to you and your squad, and that's on top of the new Acid Rain that reduces your armor when you're traversing the new swap environment. There are also new objectives being added, such as Retrieve the Larva, an extraction mission. New enemies. There'll be several Helldivers, 2 new enemies, the Impaler, Spore Charger, and Terminid Alpha Commander for the bugs, and the rocket tank and other bot surprises for the automatons. The Impaler is an entirely unique enemy returning from the first game, formed of aggressive tentacles rising up from the ground, while the others are altered variants of existing foes already in the game. Super Helldive difficulty. The Helldivers 2 difficulties are now going to CR10, with the addition of the incredibly hard Super Helldive option. Arrowhead says that this will come with greater rewards, but has not yet specified what they will be. New mission types. Arrowhead will add new kinds of playable mission objectives available at a variety of difficulties, including a larva retrieval mission that has the Helldivers bringing back a Terminid bug strapped to their back. Bigger enemy outposts. Both bugs and bots will have larger outposts on the map, more challenging and heavily defended, requiring high skill and coordination to take down. However, they'll have the high-value super samples within them, the motivation to break into these high-risk enemy encampments. New swamp biome. Of the many landscapes found on different planets around the galaxy, now there's also a creepy swamp biome in play, with dead trees and low light levels to deal with. Rules to mitigate grief kicking. Helldivers 2 will be including new mechanics and systems to stop players from grief kicking, the practice of kicking somebody out of a game just to upset them or driven by poor sportsmanship. To help alleviate the issue, Arrowhead will now have kicked players spawn into a new session as the host with all of the team's loot from their previous session, so nobody loses loot. Quality of life changes. Arrowhead refers to some basic quality of life changes to the game coming as part of the Escalation of Freedom update, with particular mention of making fixes to the social menu. This should hopefully make playing with friends a smoother process as a whole. New War Bond. Though technically not a part of the update itself, just 48 hours after the Escalation of Freedom update, players will be able to buy the Helldivers 2 Freedom's Flame War Bond on August 8th, meaning that the two elements will be highly impactful on each other and have likely been developed with the other in mind.